It's a lovely community connection broadcast. Just got myself some kava kava. Beloved community, this is Katerina Satori. One of my favorite ways to connect with you is through this magical portal of a live video. So, whether you're going to jump in and watch this live with me, or whether you're going to watch it at the time that works for you, whenever that is, it's a perfect, divine, eternal now. And I am hosting this live stream from California, from the southern part of it. And to anybody who is new to my work, my name is Katerina. I mentor, teach, speak. I mentor, teach, speak, create unforgettable transformational events. And soon to publish my second book. And at the very core, I love, love, love to create and ignite the joy of creation in others. So, this live stream I wanted to dedicate to the topic of how do we prepare for the future that looks more and more uncertain, and how I reframe it in my mind and in my consciousness to actually celebrate uncertainty. Instead of carrying an anxiety around what is going to happen and nobody knows what's going to happen and you can't control what's going to happen, instead of holding an anxiety around that, consciously or unconsciously, there is a new approach. There is a new way of opening our hearts and our lives to the future that looks at it from the fifth dimensional perspective. And I wanted to take a moment to dive into dimensional conversation together with you. It's one of my favorite conversations. Hi, Gracie. There's my child is walking by, strolling by. One of my favorite conversations is a dimensional conversation. Why? Because it's really empowering when we remember a bigger part of who we are. If we only see ourselves on a physical level, here I am, a body, a personality, this character that I'm playing this incarnation, then this whole physical reality, this physical movie, one day becomes predictable, sad, and depressing. And this is why the whole aim for physical incarnation is for us to remember our bigger nature, our eternal nature. And the more we remember who we are on the level of spirit, the more our relationship with reality changes, the more we see our true abilities, our gifts, our talents, our capacity to reimagine our life, to rebirth ourselves into a greater strength, right? So, the process of the soul empowerment is that gradual shift of how we see ourselves from only a character and a physical self to I am spirit that is eternal, that will never die, that is here back for another version of adventure, right? I'm a spirit. I just take a new body every lifetime. It's like a new character, new body. And I'm here because it's such an exciting journey to forget everything and to remember everything in a new way. So then, when we begin to station our consciousness towards this fifth dimensional realm of existence, and I will describe the qualities of that vibrational field, we begin to embrace uncertainty as a friend, as an ally, as a playful experiment in a way. So this is why it's so crucial to make this fifth dimensional leap. And those of you who have been on this journey for a while, maybe for many years, I'm not surprised that that's what you are being called to support others with, to help them station their awareness and their consciousness into this different kind of a dimension. So right now we are in the third dimension, right? Hi everyone who is here with me. Let me know in the comments because I would love to greet you. I've discovered Kava Kava and it's been life changing Hi, Johnny. Good to have you live here with me. So, right now we are in this seemingly dense physical reality. And why do we come back to the physical reality? Well, because it's filled with sensory delight that we love. We have a real physical dimension to create with and to experiment and to even engage in these obstacles, right? And tests and challenges that are a part of this physical dimension. Physical dimension also teaches us the value of time, right? And knowing that we have a finite, I think that's the word, knowing that we have a finite time on this planet gives us a perspective, right? So if we when we are in the spirit world, everything is eternal. There is no end to the movie. We're eternity dancing with itself. But every time we take incarnation, well, the clock is ticking, right? We know the end is approaching of this journey. So knowing that we will have the end, it's called death, we will drop the body, it gives us a perspective to begin to search for meaning and to ask ourselves, okay, for the time that I have on this planet, what is worth for me to create? How do I want to leave my mark? And also, I'd like to contemplate a little bit on this realistic and objective idea that all of us will be forgotten in 100 years, 200 years. Even though we may have these legacy conversations and we might write books that may live after us for 100, maybe 200 years, and that's our true legacy right now, is to actually create a digital legacy. But realistically speaking, objectively speaking, all of us will be forgotten in 200 years. And that also gives me a very realistic perspective that a true impact that I'm here to make is right now, with every person that I can touch, with every act of kindness that I am able to extend, with every authentic conversation that I can have, with every moment of beauty I can have. So, at this stage of my life, I see the true legacy is the one that I'm creating as I am living my life, not the legacy that I'm going to leave behind after I die. That's great. That's one part of the conversation. I'm becoming less and less kind of interested in that. What about a rich, real legacy that can be created right now with every moment? Because we don't know when we're going to go, right? We just don't know. And when you realize the clock is ticking and we have a certain number of years on this planet, everything becomes more lucid in what is important and what is essential, right? So, how do we adapt to an ever speeding time? I spent some time with one of my soul brothers a couple of days ago, and he said, "Sister, scientists have found a new way to prove that time is actually speeding up every year. That it's not just our collective sensation, that we have increasingly faster lifestyle. So it's already scientifically proven that time is speeding up, that we are accelerating and we are making a shift, right? And we are transforming our relationship with time, with our time on the planet." So then the second question, the second part of this live stream is how to adapt. How to adapt to an ever increasing speed of time, right? Right now it's April. I'm doing this live stream in April. Didn't we just welcome 2024? Didn't we just, said Happy New Year? It's a new year. I'm so excited. The year of the dragon is going to be my best year or whatnot. It's already 4 months in. So soon you and I will be celebrating arrival of the summer and then the fall, and then we're going to wrap up this year. So the time is speeding up. How do you personally adapt to this reality, to this fact. And the way that I do it, that I'll share with you, I every single day I have specific spiritual practices that help me station my awareness and my consciousness in a place outside of time. So I am in this playful experiment of working with time in a new way, right? And not to be a slave of it, not to fear that time is running out, but actually adapting to a realization that time is speeding up, and what is an opportunity for me as an alchemist of my reality. Well, my opportunity is every time where I start feeling that I don't have enough time, first of all, I don't buy into that story. I immediately question that conversation with my head and I say, oh, it's not about time, it's about focus. Where have you been? Where have you lost your focus? Where have you lost your present? Because when we are operating from fifth dimensional state of consciousness, it's all about the quality of your presence. You know, third dimensional state of consciousness is how many hours in the day you need to get everything done. You're never going to win this game. You know, time will feel like an enemy more and more and more. And every year you may find yourself saying, oh my gosh, another year. Where did the time go? Oh my gosh, another year. So you catch yourself saying that. I invite you to challenge that thought. You say, I'm not going to, because every single thought that you have creates your reality. Every single one. You know why we don't realize our true potential? Because we're afraid of our true power. We're afraid to remember that our thoughts create, truly create. You know why? If we truly remember that our thoughts create, we would have to accept the full responsibility for mastering our thoughts, of like realizing what thoughts happen through our mind moment by moment by moment. That's what in ancient mystery schools, the great initiates of mystery schools would practice every day, hours a day, the art of concentration, the art of becoming so self-aware that they would track the thoughts. Here's a thought, here's a thought, here's a thought, here's a thought. What kind of thought is that, right? And we lost touch with this kind of artistry that, you know, every day there is a war that is happening and it's in our mind, where the low vibrational thoughts win every single day. You know, there's just so many of them, and they're being energized by this automatic pilot of our subconscious mind. And it takes so much awareness to say, I am going to become skilled and self-aware every single day. So one of the ways that I do it, hi everyone, one of the ways that I do it, and you know, if you ever in any of my classes, you will walk away with a big library. Why do I give my students so many books, audiobooks, videos? Because I want them to feel empowered, that they have so many options to feed their mind with high vibrational knowledge, high vibrational affirmations, high vibrational ideas, right? So, you know, if we think that we can just have one positive thought a couple times a day and we're good, we're a little delusional. Just a little delusional. It's not going to do anything. We as human beings have a potential to create by thought alone. This is such an exciting discovery, right? Every incarnation we discover this faster and faster. So how do you create by thought alone? You become deeply committed to watching your mind, watching your thoughts. And every time you have a thought that is rooted in separation, rooted in ego, rooted in fear, you do not allow that thought to dwell in your mind. You say, cancel, clear. you're not allowed here. Cancel, clear. You're not allowed here, right? So one of the things that how I constantly program my mind and constantly train my mind to be my ally instead of my enemy is, every day I feed my mind high vibrational food. Besides starting my morning with reading sacred, inspiring teachings of my spiritual teachers, whenever I go on walks, I will listen to these incredible, inspiring mantras or affirmations that really resonate with me. But every time I have that, well, I create the space to continue to fertilize my mind with these beautiful aligned thought vibrations because I understand the power of thought. Every thought creates. It's an electrical impulse that takes form. Every thought takes form. So imagine how powerful we could be truly from authentic soul place power when we decided that this year, our version of personal self-mastery is to become more aware of the thoughts that are running through our mind and learning to direct our thoughts into, first of all, appreciation and gratitude, because that immediately shifts your vibration. The fastest way to shift your vibration and to adapt and to be present, to recognize opportunities that are already here, is to be a walking, breathing gratitude being. And I drive somewhere to a store, and I say, thank you, thank you, thank you, my guides, thank you so much. So like when I drive, that's my time to declare my gratitude to all the beings who work with me. And I will say, I'm so grateful for this life. I am so grateful for everything that's given to me. I feel so blessed. And then I will name specifically to the people who are supporting this mission that I am a part of. I am so grateful for synchronicities. I'm so grateful for opportunities to be healthy. I'm so grateful, and I just keep listing and listing and listing. I don't do this once a year on a spiritual retreat. This is a part of daily life. And what you're doing, you are constantly attuning to the fifth dimensional realm of existence. And a fifth dimensional realm is the unity consciousness, right? It's not a physical dimension. It's where we're aiming to shift collectively. That's where you and your higher self are a team, right? You're a team. And you're every day you are tuned to your higher self, and you ask for direction, you ask for clarity, you ask for instruction, you ask for vision, and your higher self's like, yes, I'm so glad you're in a constant communication with me. I'm here to inspire, to empower, to show you which door of destiny to walk through. I'm here to also help you realize which habits are draining your power and which habits make you very difficult to hear the voice of spirit, right? We can't skip the purification part. At every level of soul ascension, there's going to be a purification cycle where, whatever we were able to get away last year becomes too dense this year. So whatever the habits, them, I know them. The habits that we like to lean in, to self-soothe, to not feel the intensity of a 3D experience. Whatever that is for you, we all have those habits that actually lower our vibration, that actually do not allow our full creative brilliance come online. So if we desire to adapt to this rapidly changing holographic reality, constantly updating information, constantly expanding in consciousness, we get to find a way to be really rooted in our body, make our body strong, make our mind clear and steady, make our devotion rooted in something that is unshakable, our faith, our vision, right? Our service to others, all of these things. And then one day you begin Change your relationship with uncertainty. You begin to remember from fifth dimensional perspective that life is fundamentally uncertain. None of us know what's going to happen. And that is truth. And that is also humility, when we all can lovingly acknowledge, I have no idea what's going to happen. I can pretend I know and like live with this anxiety, or I can say, you know what? Something birthed me. Something created this character. Something envisioned my soul to existence. I'm going to trust in that higher reality, right? Universe, great spirit, divine mother, whatever is your naming of that great, wonderful, beautiful intelligence that holds us all in its heart. To me, it's Divine Mother. And Divine Mother to me is the great creatrix in whose womb we are held, right? And when I ask Divine Mother, how do we adapt? How do we adapt to this, to these constant waves of new information, new relationship with time, new relationship in our business world, new relationship with everything? She always tells me, remember why you came here. You came here for your main reason. In the feminine spiritual lineage, we didn't come here to do anything but follow our joy. Follow our true joy. So yes, I am a joy ambassador. And why? Because joy generates. Joy is that secret attractor that magnetizes everything that is truly meant for you. And joy creates more joy, right? When you are in your joy, you are in the state of profound appreciation, right? You don't take anything for granted. You have an ability to see what a gift. There's somebody, oh, somebody is knocking on my door.
Good afternoon.
Hi, I'm on the video conference. I'm so sorry. Yeah, thank you. Wow. Okay, so what was I sharing? 22 minutes, let's wrap it up. I hope this was inspiring to you, beloved community. It's inspiring to me. Every time I have these conversations about how to adapt, I say adaptability is real strength. Adaptability to me, as somebody who grew up in a lot of uncertainty, uncertainty was the name of first 25 years of my life, like massive uncertainty, where you have no choice but to develop high adaptability skills. So adaptability is where you become really attuned to your environment. And there is no higher skill right now than a skill of attunement. If you don't have attunement, you're never going to be successful in business. If we don't have attunement, we'll never be successful in intimate relationships. If we don't have attunement, we'll never build influence, community, we'll never be successful in leadership. Attunement is the number one quality of adaptation. And what is attunement? It's this empathic listening, tracking, attention, right? Presence. So many people think that they are present. And trust me, this was my blind spot for a long time. I'm like, I'm present. I'm present. Yeah, I'm present. But did you know that it takes a tremendous focus to hold presence, real presence, for even 15 seconds without your mind running around like a monkey hanging to another branch? So I'm here to ignite inspiration in more people to develop the power of attunement, because when you are truly present to your environment, you're always in flow. And when you are in flow, it makes you more prosperous because you can recognize the right opportunities instead of brushing them off. When you are in flow, you have more natural joy, there is more spaciousness, there is more ease. People love being around you, right? So the number one skill of how to adapt to this wildly uncertain, unpredictable environment that we're in is attunement. And then the second is elevating your skills. I share this again and again that we are in a skills economy, and skills that are truly in high demand are true creativity. And how many people don't think themselves creative? It's a little disheartening for me. I had a couple of conversations last week, and I was pointing out to these people that they have incredible creative potential, and both of them were quite shocked. They're like, I never saw myself as creative. So creative is not just a person who works with imagination and creates art. Creativity is our birthright. We're all creative. Creativity, from my perspective, to be creative is to be able to create, to be able to take your idea or inspiration and to believe in it and to follow it and to actually turn it into matter, right? That's living a creative life. It's living an inspired life, living an inspiration, living and listening of your muse. So the first adaptability skill that I wanted to share is definitely attunement. Then the second one is creativity, knowing that the sooner we embrace the innate creative spark that is within us, and the sooner we begin to develop that spark. Every single human being on the planet has a unique genius that is unrepeatable, that unique spark of divine intelligence. It is always in a raw form, like a rough diamond, covered up with fears and low self esteem and beliefs of unworthiness and a lack of experience and a lack of skill set, whatever that is. But the talent, the genius is there, and your genius is effortless. Your genius is incredibly magnetic to watch when you fully express it. But please remember that we all start with undeveloped, unrefined genius. And we're all gonna do this work of purifying the crap around it. You can't skip the purification part. You can't just like, I just wanna be in this effortless thing, but I have not earned the way to it because I have not done the purification process. Right? Mastery only looks effortless. You will arrive to the effortless dance, where you look at, you go to an orchestra and you watch the conductor lead an orchestra. It's one of the most enchanting experiences you can have. Because it looks like the guy is just doing this, right? Like, what is going on over there? But when you study the whole process of incredible attunement that the conductor has to have with the symphony, to really lead it, that to produce most unforgettable journey that moves the audience. That's mastery in motion. It looks effortless, but there has been years of training, years of experiencing fatigue over training, or failure, or frustration around plateaus, right? So our genius is effortless. Once we remove the stuff that is wrapped around it, such as fear of expression, such as self-esteem, such as inability to receive a feedback that can actually help you become more liberated in your expression, whatever that is. So that's the part where we get to do a lot of purification in order for our genius to continue to get refined. And then the last aspect of that is your allies, your companions of destiny. In order for all of us to adapt to this new climate in business, in culture, in community, we get to find our true kindred souls and our true destiny companions. And you know what? You don't even need to seek them. I'm going to make it really easy for all of you and all of me, all of us. You don't even need to seek them. When you are in your joy, joy will magnetize your true allies to you. And an ally is a being who is your peer, who you can learn from, and they can learn from you. And there is this sense of, unconditional support of each other. And also your companions of destiny that come to us from galactic Maya tradition. It's people from your soul group. It's people with whom you've made the soul contracts to meet and to connect and to experience the magic of this dimension during the time of Great Awakening. So I hope this was inspiring to begin to see the profound gift of this time, that the more uncertain future looks, the more it can be an invitation for you to create your reality by mastering your thoughts, truly mastering, by becoming more and more aware that every thought creates, every thought creates, every thought creates, right? And then going deeper into your ability to become more attuned to your environment, becoming more present, more available to the moment. Oh, I like that. Okay, so new definition of presence. I am more available to this moment. That's a good one. I'm going to leave you with that. And on this note, if you resonate with this video, you're always welcome to share it. I'm going to post it on my YouTube and my Instagram. If you'd like to stay connected, there is a morning practice PDF and audio that I give away. I'll post it underneath this video. It's a really beautiful process of all my key practices that I do every single morning to be my most inspiring self, right? Energized, ready to meet the day, ready to create magic. So if you haven't got that PDF and audio and a video, I highly recommend to join. It's free, right? And then I often teach classes and group experiences. So if you'd like to see what's coming up next, just look at my website, www.katerinasatori.com. And I always highlight whatever is coming through on my social media channels, Facebook and Instagram. In my private work, I've been focusing again. I got reignited in my work with one-on-one clients. So I've been receiving new, incredible, amazing soulmate clients who are coming to me for their true Dharma. So if you're watching this video and if you have been just had this deep, deep sense of yearning to align with your true path. Dharma is a Sanskrit word that can be described in many ways. Sometimes it's described as truth, true path. And it's your evolutionarily purposeful, meaningful direction that your soul wants to go. When you align to it, it's going to be the most fulfilling experience of your life. Your Dharma is designed to provide all the resources, not just the bare minimum, but a true abundance. When you're in a full alignment with your Dharma, abundance comes, joy, success, and true fulfillment. So it's been in my heart of hearts to offer that. It's called the Dharma Mentorship. For those of you who are seeking that kind of support, you're more than welcome to reach out via private message or apply on my website. On this note, thank you for the opportunity to spend this 34 minutes with you. It always feeds my soul to stay connected to my community and to remind all of us that we have the power to navigate this physical third dimension from fifth dimensional soul essence. That's who we truly are. Then the rules of the game are radically different. Then you are creating your reality by thought and vibration alone. Wow. Possibilities are limitless. That's what I truly, truly realize every single day.